It is impossible to overstate the mental scarring of the survivors of Tuam. The bodies are there. Skeletons are underneath.
They're in there.
Peter lived in the home until the age of 4, when the nuns sold him on to a violent family. By that time, he'd lost his sister. She, like nearly 800 others, had her name recorded in a death register. To walk on this plot is to walk over the bones of infant children.
For a Catholic organisation to put bodies in here, they were baptised, registered as baptised, yet they put them into unconsecrated grounds and left them here like animals. No respect, no records, no nothing. Savages, that's what they were.
Like all the others, Petrova's grandmother had to give her sons up to the nuns as punishment for becoming pregnant outside marriage. Both of them, Petrova's 2 uncles, died. John Francis only made a week. Apparently, they didn't feed him. And your uncle's name's on this list, yeah?
Yeah, he's right here. John Francis Malone, 7 days.
And the death certificate says that he died of?
Malnutrition. Well, it says marasmus, but starvation, essentially.
So he starved to death?
Yeah, he did.
In the care of the nuns?
Yeah.
Like many others, Petrova believes the whole place is a crime scene.
There's still an awful lot of unanswered questions. And without those questions being answered, then how do we know it's not?
It's 5 years since a local historian uncovered the scale of what happened here, and the government has promised to excavate the site. A preliminary investigation discovered skeletons lined up in rows. Since the entrance is very narrow, it's led to the suspicion that the nuns got the children to carry the bodies of dead babies down the pit. After these photos were taken, the whole site was covered over again. The government minister responsible for all this declined an interview, but the government's own interim reports suggest that they don't trust the testimonies of surviving nuns, and they think that local people might know more than they've been prepared to admit. In the meantime, though, the detective work is being done not by the police, but by the survivors of Tuam and their families. The campaigners think the government is so frightened of the damage to the church that a full excavation would do that it is resisting it. So they're threatening court action.
I think the only way in which this will be resolved is through an order of the superior courts of this country. I can't see any other way, because there is no will, there's no wish, there's no appetite. Church and state in this country are still wedded in a poisonous pact.
There are thought to be dozens and dozens of other places like this around Ireland. A full investigation into the scale of what happened across all the country's mother and baby homes would be explosive and could destroy the reputation of the church. Hardly a surprise, then, that the survivors think the government would rather bury the truth than dig up the past. Laurence Lee, Al Jazeera, Tuam in Ireland.